Hello, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. Have you been assessing your skills and abilities and even your weaknesses? It may open the door to some new opportunities for you in 2021. Hey, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. And today I want to take a few moments to talk about assessing your skills and weaknesses. This is a lesson in humility, but more importantly, it may be what opens the door for you to really look at what improvements you can make, how you can become more resourceful, more valuable, not only to others, but to yourself, your family, your community, or whoever you're looking to serve. Recently, a few days ago, one of the presidents of the companies that I work with asked me to do an exercise over the weekend. And that was, in fact, it was a number of exercises. I'll share what these are. Number one, Ed, what are your top 10 skills and abilities? Number two, what are your top 10 technical skills? These are not human skills necessarily, but skills like, can I do Facebook? Do I know Word? Do I know WordPress? Things like that. What are my top 10 proficiencies? And what are my top 10 challenges? So I purchased this software called Lucid Art, or is it? Yeah, I think it's Lucid Art. I'll have this thing here for a moment, and actually creating these pillars, if you will, these little columns, so that I can actually articulate and show each of these 10 things. And it was really interesting. At first, I was kind of like, okay, I'll just go through the exercise. But as I started to take it seriously, it started to open my eyes of, well, what am I really good at? Let me step back for a moment and assess this and be honest with myself. Are these my skills? Are these my best skills? And it got me thinking, how many people actually assess their own strengths and weaknesses on a routine basis to not only validate what they're good at, but to assess, okay, well, what do I need to change? What do I need to adapt? In 2020, because of COVID, restrictions, and shutdowns, I saw people and in myself certain skills and abilities increase and weaknesses really flesh out. And why wait for a crisis to do this? Why don't we be proactive? That was my aha moment on this. Why don't I become more proactive on assessing these on a routine basis? So I'm going to share my screen with you of how I used this particular chart system here. And as you're going to see, what I did is I just said, okay, I took my top 10 skills and abilities of what I feel they are, how I articulate them. And then over here, you can see that I put like a little explanation on why that is. Now, this is not done. I literally just started this about a half hour ago. But I thought it was a great exercise that I wanted to share with you guys of, what are my skills and abilities? And then soon after I'm done with this one, what are my weaknesses? What are my technical skills? And it's going to expose for me not only the truth of where I stand in my strengths, but it's also going to let me know, wow, I really need to work on these. Here's some technical skills I don't have that I probably should have in the future. Or this is where I really need to study up, practice. How do I get better at these particular things? So just to take you through this, I thought one of my great skills or my ability is grit. Number two, problem solving, execution and follow through, remaining level headed and focused while under extreme pressure, connecting people together and connecting with them, running and managing teams, developing and writing. Let me just get rid of that. Developing and writing strategic plans, storytelling, and public speaking. All right. So my point is that, if you are someone who is looking to grow in your career or just personal growth overall, it might just be a really good lesson. I'm not saying you have to use this specific artwork format. Maybe you could just use it in a Google Doc. I mean, hell, maybe you just grab a pad of paper like I do sometimes, and I just scribble stuff. I've got tons of scribbles and notes in my notepads. The point is, whether it's through Lucidcharts or whether it's a Google Doc or handwritten notes or a journal, I think it's just a good exercise for each of us to assess these things. And one more point. This will be evaluated by the president, and him and I will discuss these things. I think that's an important aspect, which is have someone that you respect or work with be a sounding board for your assessment, because I already see myself changing some of my answers as I'm discussing this, because conversation with intelligent people tends to unearth more discoveries or further clarity on these points for you. And I think it's just good self-awareness exercise for you to go through. If this is something that you need help with, reach out to me. But I just wanted to share this moment with you. You have a great day. Bye-bye.